Okay, what's going on, boys? NealGuides here. Welcome back to another video. And today's video, we got some absolute cheap beasts under 1,000,000 coins. Now, today's my birthday. Now, I was thinking, should I play FIFA on my birthday? Do I want to go through that pain? I said to myself, absolutely not. So we're gonna stick on Footbin today. But we're gonna talk about some of the best bargain hunts. Started from the BBC bargain hunts of FIFA under 1,000,000 coins, coming very close to the end of the season now, and there's so many good players. Yeah, ended up making it 1.1 million. We're not going to really go too much towards the mainstream players, but we're going to go through them anyway. Just ones that I think are really good price. We're not going to keep this too long. Bellingham, of course, we all know 4-star, high. Probably one of the best CDM, if not top 10. If you can't afford a Hullet, just get him in. It's kind of the way I'll look at him. He doesn't have the 5-star, which you'd ideally want, but he's got very good stats, can shoot as well. I would probably say, I'll probably got a Hunter on him. And the reason just to get his finishing up to 94 if you can have a deep runner last minute, but that's also a very good card. Then Mbappe's the Maldinis, we all know them already. Now, this Marcelo card, exceptionally good. He was extinct at 1.3 million. Ended up going down in price. 5-star. You know what? He's basically striker territory. For those of you that watch me since FIFA 19, where did I play this Marcelo? In striker. I used a sniper on him because back then he used to give you +5 composure and +15 finishing. That doesn't exist anymore, but you put a finisher on him and you got one of the best cams, centre mids, left. This guy can basically play anywhere. I think it's an absolute steal, but not to put him in left back. I think to put him on left back is absolutely wasted. But as a left mid, right mid, left centre mid, left CDM is kind of a bit iffy. But because he's got high work rates, it might be even better than Cancelo. Because Cancelo's high and medium. The gold card the last year was, or high-low, typically speaking, was his gold cards and was a Team of the Year card, FIFA 19. But that card is probably one of the best cards you can get in the game for the price. The volleys and free kicks are relevant. He's already got good shot power. Just put a finish on him. Look at those stats. 9-9 across the board over there. Apart from the long shots, kind of lets him down. But nonetheless, the top tier card. We got this new Abedi Pele card. I wouldn't really go towards him too much, just because I do think that, okay, you can put a finish on him, but like he's got a 4-star weak foot. I mean, I think at this stage, not really. We got the normal cards, the Carloses, the KDBs, and the Marquinhos. They speak for themselves. Eusebio is also very low on price as well. We got the KDBs. Speaks for someone the best in the mids. I wouldn't play him. Well, you can play him in the cam, but in a 4-2-3-1, you know what, you can play him in cam. But I would just say try to get someone a bit more liquid on the board as a cam. In my opinion, Marquinhos is still one of the best centre backs in the game with that agility and balance. Of course, not everyone can afford that. And base Eusebio is only 1.3. Bit of a budget, but still nonetheless a good card. Got loads of cards here. We've got the Cordoba card, which you're going to go over, and Dybala, the new Ben Yedder as well. This Lahm card, by the way, I would say if you're going to consider doing an SBC just generally, always buy the card first before doing it. And now I know some of you guys are going to say, no, you know what? I got 1.5 million coin team. I got 1 million coin of fodder. Do you want me to do? Do you want me to sell the team to buy the player? Yes, you are right. Because once you do the SBC, if you regret it after, I'd rather you sell half your team to buy the player to then try him and then lose the tax than to buy and then to just do the SBC straight away and regret it. Because once some people, they look at a player, think, you know what, stats wise he's good, put him into your team and you regret it after. Now this Cordoba card, probably one of the best centre backs ever. Well, I wish they released him a bit earlier, but that agility balance is insane. Fantastic card. I think he's a steal for him. 800k, 5 for 8 years, sure. That's the only downside, but he's an absolute steal. Probably top 5 centre backs as of now. Might even be better at some of the Team of the Years just because that agility and balance is so high, and that high work rate as well. It does lack that height. The Mora card is pretty good as well. Put a finish on him. At 800k though, he's a bit expensive to be honest. And the Dybala card I think is very good because it does that weak for upgrade with a Hunter. Exceptional card. You can play Lam and Ram as well. Medium work rate. It's not ideal. I would say striker on stay forward. The new Ben Yedder, the signatures dropped significantly. Unbelievable. But this Ben Yedder, probably one of the best cards in the game. I put a Hunter on him. Some of you may say, okay, you know what? Just put a Hawk on him. And to be honest, you got a good point. I wouldn't put a Marksman on him though. Personally speaking, I would just go ahead and put a Hawk on him. Because a couple of reasons why. Number one is the aggression. And you still want to get as close as you can to the sprint speed as possible. So Hawk is kind of the way to go with him. I still think he's one of the best strikers in the game. And pretty much, you know, these cards, the alarm, Mr. SPC I was talking about, I think he's a very, very good card. But I think unless you're the icon, it's probably not worth doing. The new Neymar in form, to be honest, I love Neymar this year. I still do. He lacks the finishing though. But the 93 was one that I always liked, but he was too expensive. But this 93 lacks the balance. He hasn't got the better balance, but he's a very, very good card. You're talking a +4 compared to his gold card. I think with a Hunter still is exceptionally good. Getting ever so close to that 99. 700k I think still is a very, very good price. We're going to go down. Firmino, Robbie Keane we're going to talk about because he's a new addition as well. So we're going to kind of skip through the cards, which I think that we all know already. The ones that we've seen. Ruben Diaz, of course, we have to go through him. He's already a top tier card, one of the best centre-backs in the game. This Firmino, I think, is a fantastic card. Centre mid, cam, lam, ram. Maybe not striker. You could, with a Hunter, could play him in striker. But I think he's just wasted at that point because he's got pretty good stand tackling as well. I'd probably go as far as, you know what, if you packed him untradeable, use him in striker. But I think for that price, I think for a Premier League card, put an anchor on him or put a shadow on him is what I'd ideally go for to get that 99 sprint speed. And you get that really good stand tackling, interceptions, and the defense awareness is kind of a bit iffy. Don't put a sentinel on him. You might think, oh yeah, let me try saving this with the sentinel. I wouldn't recommend it. I would say you still want to prioritize on pace most of the time. And that's what I would say. But yeah, he's still a fantastic card. We could also, the other ones, maybe not an engine. I'll say a shadow. Shadow mainly, I would say, or an anchor. This Keane card is also very, very good. Almost close to that. Him and Freddie Ljungberg, both 5-star weak foot. Both. I mean, if we compare them both, I mean, we're not going to go with Ljungberg the second time. But if we go with Freddie Ljungberg, both very, very good cards. They're basically identical. Yes, you have the finesse shot trait. Okay, fine. But the passing really goes on Ljungberg's favor. So you got a better sprint speed on Ljungberg. Bit better finishing because you got better shot power. And of course, better pens. But pens and volleys are relevant. So although Keane's got 93 base stats on his shooting card, it's actually not 93 in the long run. The passing is, of course, much better on Ljungberg, and that's why I'd say go with him. The drill team balance is very, very similar. So is the composure. But then it comes to the stamina, the strength. Basically identical. This card is only expensive because it's a central card. I would go with Ljungberg. If you have the money, I'll definitely say go with Ljungberg. He's a very, very good card. Either of those cards are very, very good. Don't get this Mahrez card. Just get Ljungberg instead. Is any other cards that maybe so we're going to go over the... I've not made a video on this Sancho card, but he's very, very good. Jorginho. This Martial is a bit of a kind of... I'm not going to say fraudulent, but almost kind of that low work, which really does kill him. I'm just going to select some of these cards. This Walker, don't get him, and I'll explain to you why. We kind of gone through Tchouameni as well. Ronaldo, I still think is a very, very good card. Team the Hakimi, very, very good. Lacazette, I really wouldn't push towards. Nedved Moments is a good shout as well. I think Dani Alves is finished as well, so we're not going to really go over him. Pogba, I think is a very, very good card. We've got Lewandowski, 400k, absolute steal. Gelson, Llorente, only what is... There's a big enough difference, but not big enough, I would say, to warrant the change from the signature. I'll explain to you only if you really got the money. And that is pretty much it. I mean, we're just going to skim through some of these other cards that I probably have not gone over yet. Most of these cards have gone over. Weghorst, he's gone anyway. He's in SPC. Most of these cards have already gone over, but I'm just going to skim through the ones that I've not gone through yet. Smith Rowe is very, very good. So is Odegaard, by the way. So is that Nani card as well, miles ago over here. I'm just going to skim through these cards. The last couple. And there's a pretty good midfielders as well. Odegaard as well. 5-star weak foot and 5-star skill moves for 238k. An absolute steal as well, if you ask me. Tyrone Mings, that new addition as well. We've got De Vrij, but he's gone, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Renato. Nothing really anyone. Sissoko, actually, I've personally not spoken about him. So I'm sure most of you guys know the obvious cards, but I'm just assuming here that you're a regular viewer and you know my opinion roughly on most of these cards. Mkhitaryan is gone. Fantastic card that Mkhitaryan card was, by the way. Absolutely fantastic card. And then there's the obvious ones. There's a few other midfielders in the Premier League that you may have seen that are very, very cheap. We've seen Mackenzie as well, which is also gone, but Ramal just mentioned him as well. The new Dembele card is absolutely insane, but I think he's too much. Oyarzabal is gone as well, but I'll just briefly mention him as well. Just going to skim through the last pages here. Nothing of noticeable mention. But there's a couple of extra cards I want to go over just towards the end. I would say that ones that I think are kind of underrated, things that we just kind of forgot about. Around 100k, to be honest, 100k, you can actually get a lot of good cards. So, you know what? Fair play. You know, I don't mind this market kind of dropping down. Everyone's kind of getting upset saying, oh, you know what, this market's going down. It's true, we lost value of our cards, but I think that Kunde is still, that Kunde card is still top tier. Jello, we know, Diallo is very, very good. This Ruslan card, briefly want to talk about this very, very briefly. I think that is, I know there's I forgot that Premier League guy. I'm thinking about that Premier League centre mid. I think 60k. I've completely forgotten his name now. That Walker is still better than the other Walker, and that's because of the dual team balance. Atalos, who I wanted to go over, I completely forgot about him. And Rodrigo wouldn't really go with that 3-star. It's not really ideal. I believe it should be on it. But you know what? It's actually a lot of cards. For the price, if you think about it, for the price, we're actually coming close to 12 minutes now. So I don't want to spend too much time on this. We're coming close to about 12 minutes. I don't want to get this all go on forever. I think we're just going to do 3 more pages because I didn't realize there's actually a lot more than we think. Tierney's still one of the best. Twanzebe and Tierney's still one of the best defenders in the game. Van der Beek as well. WordPress we're going to go over again. And to be honest, let's not talk about Arsenal, by the way. Let's just pretend that we don't know what happened. I can't believe we bought a top 4, by the way. I don't even know what to say about Arsenal, to be honest. I'm going to the Man United game as well on Sunday. At this rate, I probably should just sell my tickets. Yes, Fonte, we completely forgot about him as well. Liam Cooper, which is actually a pretty decent card, Alex, in some ways. I'll explain to you as well. And that is pretty much it. I don't know what that card is. There's a centre mid I was thinking about. I completely just blanked out and I forgot what he is. You know, it's going to bug me. So I'm just going to just have a look here. I blanked out and it's going to bug me if I don't remember the name. But there was another very good centre mid. It wasn't Van der Beek. It was someone else. Yes, Mark Noble. There we go. 40k. Okay, so we've got a lot to go through. So a good card. I think as a Cam or a Lam around, but just get Ben Yedder instead, in my opinion. Sancho still very, very good. 5-star, 5-star. With a Hunter, very, very good. Jorginho with a Shadow, still one of the best CDMs in the game, or centre mid. Medium work is not ideal. This Martial Lolo is going to kill you, so I would just say just take a hit and get this one instead. Save your coins. Lacroix, still one of the best centre backs in the game. Butragueño is so cheap now. If you want an icon striker, him or Dalglish are very, very good. Melito, I'll be honest, Melito, go for Dybala. I think if you can stretch, go for Dybala. I mean, you can. I think you're really go Dybala. Baron Torres, Pedri is extremely good, by the way. What do you think of Pedri on life? Class player, by the way. This card here, I would still go. Everyone asked me this question. I got by 100 DMs from all of you guys. This Walker is still better than this one. And you know why? It's one thing. Have a little guess. 5 seconds. No, 2 seconds. 2, 1. Agility and balance. The agility and balance is what makes this Walker much better than he is. That's why I play him in centre back religiously now. Tchouameni speaks for himself. Ronaldo's still a very, very good card. If you can afford a foot birthday, go towards him. He's very, very good. Hakimi, one of the best centre mid CDMs in the game. Pogba, a bit of a price. Lewandowski, good 400k. Still lasts very, very long. I would suggest probably a finisher on engine. Probably moving towards engine because of that. You want to get that balance up. This Gelson, perfect in a 3-5-2 high or a 5-2-1-2. What would I put on him? So there's 2. Gladiator, if you're going to play him as a left mid or a right mid or a left wing back or right wing back, I think is definitely the way to go. Top tier stamina, get his defending up a little bit and get that finishing up as well. Why not? Llorente now, they're both very, very good. +3 difference in the balance, okay? People will say you can't feel it. I say you can. I think if you can just save the money, then go with this one. Otherwise, if you're trying to buy Llorente, be like, you know what, I ain't got the money. Get a signature, he's fine. Suarez lacks the 5-star weak foot as the 5-star skill moves. So if you're going to use him for the skill moves, it's fine. But the balance and agility is not as good as I want to be at this stage of the game. So it's a bit of a push in it. Modric, still very, very good. 4-star, 4-star with a shadow. Top tier. Royce, I always think of the legend Pieface. Hunter, I would say. Hunter and Royce. This guy is gone. But what an unbelievable card. Now, realistically, a finisher on engine would have been put. I think if you're going to bring him on as a sub, which everyone is doing, 5 chemistry, there you go. Fantastic card. Allen, very, very good as well. One of the best CDMs in the game. Probably want 5-star weak foot as well, but a shadow is very, very good. Or a hunter. Either one is good. Lacks the long shots anyway, so if he's going deep inside the box. Nani, exceptionally good. Hunter on him as well. 5-star, 5-star to link him in again with the Eusebio link. Mings, fullback territory almost. Medium high, 6'5", tank, better than Brand in my opinion. Shadow, I would say absolutely yes. That agility and balance really speaks for himself. Sissoko, exact same thing with a shadow. Very, very good. McKenzie was really, really good. He's done now. Oyarzabal was good as well, and he's done. Roussillon, for a French left back, if you don't want to get anyone else, he's actually not that bad. Natively being left-footed as well, with a good agility and balance. Can play left wing back and right wing back as well. I want you to mention that. Atal speaks for himself. Class on the grass. I'd probably say finish with Atal. Lacks the long shots, can play perfect. Centre mid, left mid, right mid, plays very, very well. Van der Beek again with a shadow, extremely good. 3-star does let him down. Warpass is a bit better with a 4-star, so you can put a shadow on him as well at 64k. Fonte is actually a very good centre back as well. I was going to say as well, if you're looking for a Kimpembe replacement. Cooper is also very, very good because he's got that agility and balance. Not amazing, but because of that agility and balance, he can work with his shadow. But kind of a bit slow. But Noble, I think, is a fantastic card here with the 4-star, bit better balance. Medium, only downside. But if you don't mind, I think it's an exceptionally good card. And that is pretty much it. That is the gems under 1 million coins. Hope you enjoyed this video. Just a quick one. Well, ended up being a long one, 17 minutes in total. But maybe you got some ideas of some cards that I've not gone through so far. They're actually gems. People always forget about. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Of course, I'll catch you next time. Peace out. And I'll catch you this weekend. I'll catch you when you're watching this. I'll catch you on Wednesday. Apologies, Wednesday. Peace out, guys.